Okay, so in this video today I'm going to attempt to speed paint the Tyrion Lannister from the starter set, the NCU character. So I'm going to attempt to do it in under 30 minutes if possible. So I'm going to start off with some red leather, some just dark, like a dark brown red, and that will be his colour of his coat. As a base for the red. Just turn the light on. Okay, with his hair I'm just going to take a heavy gold brown, or just like a medium brown colour. And I'm also going to paint his wine cup in the same colour. Yeah, so it's primarily going to be red, so once that red's done, you know, he's almost like 80% finished. Okay, so I'm just taking some black and painting his boots. I've got just some flat red here on this part of the palette here, so I'm going to take some of that already, and I'm going to start going straight over the wet hull red with this. Because his hair is blonde, so I think some heavy gold brown would be a nice colour for his hair. Too easy. Okay, so now the face. We're going to need a bit of rose brown. Sunny skin tone. Some red. Old rose, which is basically like a dwarf flesh colour anyway. Mix that with some of the red. Just paint straight over the whole red. We can allow that to dry for now. So while that's drying, we'll go back to the red, so get some more of that flat red. And we just sort of build up our highlights as we go. Okay, so we can leave the red there to dry, and just going back with some black, and just want to make sure that that's all completely covered. Yeah, looks to me good. Okay, so we need a color to highlight our black. So on the palette here I've already got some Luftwaffe World War II grey, I think it's called. Okay, so basically just like a Space Wolf grey, or one of those sort of dark blue greys, and I'm just going to use that to highlight the boots, and I'm just going to line in where I think the raised areas on the boot would be, mainly where the light would catch, around here, and just around the outline of his belt. And we'll come back later for a final highlight on that. So his flesh still needs another layer of paint. Like so. His hair, again with that gold brown, we're just going to, this time I'm just going to line in, rather than just paint straight over, I'm just going to line in some hair strands from the top to the bottom, so the bottom's still quite dark. The rim of the cup, and just a little bit on the bottom there. Now this belt buckle, we can sort of just pick out the details there. He does have some gold lining on his clothing as well, but I think I might do that after I finish the red. Okay, it looks like the red's still drying though. So while those colors are still drying, I'm going to go ahead and try to finish off this base. So to do that, I'm just going to get an old brush. I like to keep a few old brushes around. So this is just like an old cheapo brush I got from the art store, and I use that for dry brushing and that kind of thing. So I'm just going to get like a, well, it's called Sherwood Green. This is from the Scale Color range. I'm just going to grab some of that, put it on my brush. And not even take any excess off. I'm just going to brush that straight over the texturing on my base there, just lightly. That's just a German cam beige in the Vallejo range, but any kind of, sort of beige colour you have, I'll just take off some excess there on the palette. And yeah, I like that as a combination to the green. Better than white or bone or any of those kind of colours. I just like that tone that it gives with the green. Okay, like so. To paint the outside. I'm also going to get some of that whole red and just water it right down and put it around his feet on the base. Other small patches on the base there too. And I think that base is done. Let's go back to the red. I'm just going to outline the areas where we need to line in with the gold. It's got like a gold trim. Now I think his face is pretty much dry, so I'm going to get some red and whole red, and I'm just going to start putting that wash on his face and hands, and we'll have to allow that to dry for a little bit before we can do anything more with that. With our black, we can just add some light. I've got a Mirage Blue. It's like a light blue-grey, and I'm just going to run my brush over the raised areas there on the where we did before, basically, but just in smaller parts on the black. Like so. Now with that gold and his hair, I've got some white here. Mix it in with that heavy gold brown, and just to finish off that little wine cup he's holding, just paint on the rim there and on the hair also. Just some light lines on the top of his head. Like so. And then we can now go and do the lining of that gold on his shirt. So with the same colour, just very carefully, I'm just going to line in the edging. With that red, I'm going to just take some of that sunny skin tone and mix it in with some of the red. I'm just going to put in some highlights here. And just using a bit more red, I'm just going to blend that back. And I think I can call the red done there, Old Rose, so we'll start with that first. And I'm just going to go and just go in carefully and just outline the details on his face. His forehead, nose, lips, cheekbones. Just give some more definition to his face. I mean, if you wanted to just wash it, if you just wanted to paint it in like a flesh color and wash it and do it that way, that's good too. You know, I just prefer to do it this way, just build up the layers as I go along, but whatever's easier for you, because it's quite finicky work, you know, doing all that lining in afterwards. Going through his hands and picking out his fingers. Like so, and then we've got some sunny skin tone. I'll mix into that. Okay, so we've got more character to his face now. I'm not even going to paint in the eyes like I don't do with many of the Song of Ice and Fire miniatures. I'm just going to just put some black in his eyes like that. And then yeah, I don't bother doing the eyes really. You could do it if you want to, I just don't think it's all that necessary. You could even just do it with a, you know, like the whole red or something like really dark brown as well in his eye sockets. Okay, I think he's almost done. So we're going to add some white into our flesh mixture just to adding some white and just going to add some spots here of light that's sort of glimmering off his buckle and on the wine cup too. Maybe on his lapel here that's gold and as well. Okay, and I'm pretty happy with that, and we just got in 30 minutes. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, it's just, you know, meant to be a real speed painting session, as we're going to play some games on the weekend, and I wanted some of the NCUs painted. So if you've got any questions about the video today, please leave your comments below, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Take care.